What's happening, financial coaches? It's Peter here, founder of Expedition Money, and I want to talk to you today about why I think goal setting is a turnoff. There's actually a lot of data out there that goal setting is a turnoff to people, just the term and the idea and the exercise of it, that people have kind of gone through smart goal setting or goal setting at work or school or whatever it might be. There's a lot of information that if you say that this is the service you provide, a lot of people will tune out. I think about this as probably like the modern day budgeting word. If you say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to budget, it's just not that interesting to people. A lot of people know how to budget. It's the fact that they don't want to budget. Nobody really wants to budget. Most people, if you gave them a choice and you said, you can either budget or you cannot budget, they would say, I don't want to budget. And if you said, and you don't have to worry about running out of money if you do either of them, then I don't think anyone would budget. The reality is most of us have to be somewhat practical about it. So you try to find the minimum amount you can do to get by in your lifestyle. Now, the problem I have with this is that there is a ton of stuff, and I've been guilty about this too. And in fact, I had just written a program where it was talking about what I call process-tizing. It's a word I've made up here. Process-tizing progress. And the reason I call it that is because goal setting is useless to me and it should be useless to you. Now, knowing what your goal is, say, to figure out a direction. Hey, I want to retire at 40, or I want to buy a camper, or I want to buy an investment property. Okay, these are goals. These tell me about what direction we're heading, what's on your mind, or what your priorities or values are. So those are fine. I like all that idea. But what I care about is how much progress you're making towards this. Now, in the world of financial coaches, I've actually heard financial coaches say, hey, I want to have a big operation. I want to have an office building and hundreds of coaches working for me, and I want to make millions of dollars and all this other stuff. And then year after year, I hear them talking about them trying to find a client that it's been a couple of years, but they're putting together their content, or I just don't want to ask people until I get my education up there, or my certifications in place, or whatever it is, right? So in the case of the financial coaches here, what is the point of that goal? That goal tells me nothing. What I want to see is what progress you're making, what the process is that you have, that you embrace, that you love doing, that moves you closer to that goal. That's the only thing I care about. So if you tell me, hey, I'm a financial coach, I want to have this big multi-million-dollar business, that's fine. I will park that in this part of the brain once, and I never want to hear it again. What I want to know is, what did you do today? What did you do yesterday? What did you do the day before that? What are you doing tomorrow to make progress towards that? Are you going to find a client tomorrow? Are you going to do another workshop to bring in 20 new souls to introduce them to your practice? Are you going to mail out 100,000 letters, set a budget aside for online marketing, or do live streams every 8 hours this week, or whatever it might be? That I will be impressed by. That is process-tizing progress to your goal. And that is actually making progress to your goal. You might not see it, and maybe it doesn't do anything, but I tell you what, a lot of people are not doing anything. At least you're doing something. At least something is happening that's giving you a chance at success. It's kind of like short putts never go in. If you're on the green and putting towards the hole and the hole's 10 feet away and you always putt a 5-foot putt, it's never going to go in. Likewise, if you are sitting around saying, hey, tomorrow's going to be the day that I'm starting, and that tomorrow, the next day is going to be the day, you're never going to have any success. What you have to do is something. And hopefully it's something that compounds on the stuff you were doing before. And that's why it has to be, in my mind, a piece of a process, something that you're doing that dovetails into what you're doing today. And again, it builds this compounding effect to build your business. So likewise, I don't care what a client's goal is, except for, hey, I want to buy an investment property so that I can generate income off of that I can live on. All right, we need to get you to the state of being an investment property owner. So what do we need? We probably need some money for a down payment. We need to get your credit score up so that you can qualify for the financing. We need to get you familiar with how to find a property, maybe even get your real estate agent license and start understanding different markets and the geographies and the demographics and areas and the cash flow and property value projections and all these things. So here's a long list of stuff that we can start working on every day to start compounding towards hitting that goal, but we're not actually focused on that goal at all. We're focused on the process. We're focused on making progress each day. So that's why I don't care about goals, and that's why I've removed the word goal from almost every piece of content. In fact, I had a program that was called something like Group Goal Coaching, and now it is Process Building. So That's what it ultimately came down to. And it took me a little while to embrace this. But if you're thinking about this, if you're still using the term goal with a lot of people, if you're still trying to figure out exactly what that goal looks like and put the details around it, and you're painting this picture of a goal with people, and you're spending a lot of time on that and not spending time on the stuff that will make progress towards it, I would encourage you to just get the goal. Use that to define the direction only, but then start working on the practical things that people can do on a regular basis, whether it's building your own financial coaching practice or them making progress to their own financial goals. So hopefully that helps. I'll see you later.